And guess what? The husband was arguing with her, quarreling with her, and they muted it. Why did you mute it? Why did you show us? Okay, fine. It was for suspense. Let us not know what he saw. Then later they will not tell us. And be like, oh, that was what he... They never said anything about it again. Hello, welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the movie Glamour Girls, which is a remake of the 1994 classic Glamour Girls, and this one is produced by Play Network Studios for Netflix. So before I made this review, I took time to watch the 1994 classic, the 1994 Glamour Girls, and it was over 3 hours long, almost 4 hours, and really I sat through everything. It's a really interesting movie. I love the story. It still applies to date. Like some of the things that went down in that movie, I can still see it happening in our society. And the actors, the producers, everybody that worked on that project did an amazing job. Of course, that's why it is a classic. Now, down to these new recent Glamour Girls that just dropped. Honestly speaking, I wasn't expecting the film. I wasn't anticipating the film because so far Play Network has been really disappointing me when it comes to their remake. The last one they did, Ikpe and Popo, I didn't watch, but I have seen Neka the Pretty Serpent and Rattlesnake, and it didn't cut it for me. Living in Bondage was well done, was good, was superb, but after Living in Bondage, it just keeps dropping. And a major problem, if you ask me, is the storytelling and the screenplay. For this, storytelling, screenplay, and editing were nothing to write home about. So let's get into this Glamour Girls review, and I'll tell you everything you need to know about the movie without giving any spoilers, because I don't like giving spoilers because I don't like to hear spoilers before I watch a movie. So let's get started. So Glamour Girls loosely tells the story of a group of girls that are trying to survive, and they make money by following or going out with affluent men. So it's like a ring of girls that are high class and high standard girls, and the bottom line is they follow men for money. So I'm very happy that this film is on Netflix. Am I happy about it? So this movie is on Netflix. So I went through the pain of watching it twice. So the first time I sat down through it just to know where the writer and director is coming from, the producer. Then the second attempt was to say, okay, there are some things I really do not understand. Let me go back and see if I can understand them better. But I was like, okay, I didn't get some parts straight. Let me go back and watch again. Let me give the producers of this film the benefit of doubt, because it's not a small production company. You can see a lot of money, time, and effort was put into this production, from the quality of the camera, the cinematography, the costume, the houses, the private jets, the locations. You can tell that they spent money into this production. They put money into this production, like lots of money. So let me understand where they're coming from before I try to criticize. So the second time I just went through the film, and the major thing that I find amazing in this movie is that it doesn't even have a plot. I'm like, what is going on here? All I see is luxury, sort of girls going out to party and I'm like, what is the stake? What is happening? There is Emma, there is Donna, there is Gemma, there is Louisa, there is Hell. Like all of them belong to the same group. What is their aim? What is their objective? So let's start from the first act. A movie usually is divided into 3 acts. So I tried to figure out where or what the 3 acts are in this film, because everything went like this, linear, was just like this, flat. So this movie started with introduction of Emma, a character played by Sharon Ooja. I'm going to tell you how well the actors performed in this film, but let me just divide the film into 3 acts. So she's a stripper, and something happened and that couldn't work out for her anymore. So she decided to join this group led by Donna. Donna is played by Ikpe, Etim. We don't know the name of the group. They didn't tell us the name of the group, but it's a group headed by Donna, and Donna links them, the girls, to be men. So she came to Donna rejected her, like you can see as you can see in the trailer, and eventually, brought her into the group. So when she was trying to get herself into the group, she told Donna, I'm hustling. I'm a hustler. I have my siblings to take care of. My mom doesn't care about me. My family doesn't care about me. But I have my siblings to fend for. Later on in the film, we saw her with her siblings while she was waiting for a call from Donna. Her siblings came and they were like, we are hungry. We came all the way from the village. We're hungry. I can't pay my jam form. My WAEC form has not been paid and all of that. I'm like, okay, this is a caring sister that wants to take care of her family. So the reason why she's doing all of this is so that she can, provide for her siblings and, get out of the slum. That's like why she wanted to join the group. So to me, I was following the story from Emma's, I thought it was Emma's story until the whole thing started, and I discovered that it was everybody's thing. I wouldn't say story because it was hard to follow up their story. So Toka Makinwa played, I think, Louisa, and Louisa is married, but her husband is living outside the country. She owns a boutique, but she's still doing runs. Why? I don't know. Oh, the reason is because she's sending money to her husband. That's why she's doing runs. I thought she married her husband, a man that lives abroad, so that she can continue doing her runs. Anyway, it's all confusing. It's that confusing. Yeah. So still on the first act, Emma was taught how to, Donna taught Emma, was trying to show her the ropes, clean that up, bought new clothes for her, taught her some things, some etiquette she needs to, survive out there. That was sort of, it took her drifting to a drift club, and what else again? They went to a wrestling club and watched some guys wrestle. Yeah, she was just taking her out. And I didn't even understand the major reason, their reason for going out. Was it to, network, or was it to just have fun with the girls? Why are you spending so much money just to... Well, anyway, maybe it was to network, but they didn't show us that it was to network. So where I believe the second act started was when Emma met some man that is wealthy, that decided to pick her up. He cleaned her. This man is played by Femi Branch. He cleaned her up, took her abroad to study. She came back to Nigeria, and he bought her a house, and she was living a very fly life. So from then on, it was just luxury party. I mean, it went on for a while. At this point, Emma's life has changed, but they didn't tell us about her siblings. Did she still go to, take care of her siblings? I thought that was why she was out. Like, initially she was painted as this elder sister that wants to take care of her younger ones and all. But when she made the money, you people just forgot about her younger ones. Or I wouldn't say you people forgot about her younger ones, because you told me a story. You painted a story for me. It means that Emma forgot her younger ones. If she did not forget her younger ones, they would have come into the picture. So Emma is not a responsible girl. So why did you portray... I mean, there's conflicts of whatever here. Why did you portray Emma to be this caring elder sister if you're not going to follow up with that? You should have just made her be like the street girl that she is, that you eventually now portrayed her to be. Nothing about her siblings all throughout the movie, apart from the one scene where they showed them and they were like, oh, we're hungry. So yeah, so basically there's no plot. In fact, some will say there is no story, because I struggled to find the story amidst all of this. Like I say, we have lots of Nollywood movies that talk about how girls sleep with men for money. I have watched 1001 since I was born. In fact, growing up, it was the thing there, how girls would go out, go out with married men, that at the end of the day, it just ends badly for them. But for this one, I didn't even really see them go out with men. They just went out for a party once, and they didn't even give us an idea how much they are paid. Nothing. We just know that the men are rich. Kept on hearing billion dollar all over the film, but like the money the men they have, but they never said how much these men pay these ladies. How do they share? Do they give Emma her cut? Donna, Inse, do they give her a cut? What goes on? How does it make any sense? Now let me tell you this: in the 1994 Glamour Girls, there is this girl. There's a girl in the film. I can't really remember her name. When she goes out with men, she steals from them or she tries to blackmail them. And it's sort of, I loved it because it's it still happens till now. It's what we see. She's not just a prostitute, she's also a bad girl. The women were so powerful that one was even offered to become a first lady, although it was a scam. But you can tell that these are powerful women, but I failed to see that with these glamour girls. These glamour girls are just like cheap runs girls to me. And if you're going to remake a movie like that, you got to follow up. You have to follow up. Even Inside that is leading the gang was just like a lady that has done, that's her character, a lady that has done prostitution and she's not tired because she's not using her connection to link one or two people. They said these men are powerful. I don't know how powerful they are. You never showed me. Oh, okay, one of the girls a job, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying there's no story here. There is no plot. There is no stake. There was nothing that kept me at the edge of my seat to be like, oh, okay, how is this going to end? How are they going to solve this problem? What's going to happen? It was towards the end. This brings me to the third act. Then one of them got into trouble. And the trouble was really messy. And even when she got into the trouble, I'm like, so what? Is this all you got? Is this really? Are you serious right now? Like, I'm supposed to feel bad that you're getting yourself into this kind of mess. There was no emotional connection with any of the characters. Yes, it's a movie about prostitution and runs girls. Yeah, you can still have you can still build emotional connection between your audience and the characters. But there was nothing like that. When she got into trouble, I'm like, okay, what's if really? Anyway. So you would think that the girls would come together, women supporting women, to help solve this problem, but that wasn't the case here. Everything just went upside down, and the end was even more chaotic. I mean, you've heard this already. 2 flash drive became 3. Now, talking about that end is so mysterious. And guess what? There are lots of mysterious scenes in this film. After watching it, I called some of my friends. I'm like, please, can you help me explain this scene? What happened here? First off, the birthday party scene. What happened? First, Tokema Kinwa was wearing a Brada gown during her child's birthday. That is a story for another day. But what happened there? They just suddenly cut off the scene like, pum. Then they took us to another scene where her husband came and was angry and all of that. Then the husband saw something. And we are like, okay, what did he see? And guess what? The husband was arguing with her, quarreling with her, and they muted it. Why did you mute it? Why did you show us? Okay, fine. It was for suspense. Let us not know what he saw. Then later they will not tell us. And be like, oh, that was what he... They never said anything about it again. This movie was just like, cut, put it together. Oh, yeah, you bring your scene. Oh, yeah, let's align it together. They never said anything about what Uzo saw in that particular scene, and it's so sad. What else again? The last part of the movie is also mysterious. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, they did well to bring like 2 major cast members from the first movie. That is Gloria Young and another actress that I really cannot remember her name right now. Yeah, so both of them, they were like a madam in this remake. And when Insei's character, Donna, had some issues, she went to them for some answers. And I don't know if they helped her, because they never told us that. Like, come on, how do you stress me? I'm trying to watch a movie to be entertained. I shouldn't be stressing myself and assuming what you have in mind. I'm not you. That's why you have a script. That's why you have a screenplay. What is happening? Who are the people writing these things? I just use my mind to divide them into 3 acts. So if you ask me, it's just 2 acts, the beginning and the end. Everything happening in between is nonsense. So, but let me say this. I think some actors did really well in this film. from Femi Branch. Femi Branch did amazingly well. He was, or rather, he's so believable as a sugar daddy. You can easily believe that this man is a sugar daddy in real life. He played this really nicely. Uzo Arukwe always pulls his role really strong. He's always bringing his A game to any role, no matter how small. He had just a few scenes, but he did really amazingly well. There's this girl, Segilola. I hope I pronounced that correctly. She actually played Hell in the film. She had a very little screen time too, but she did amazingly well. Although I do not see any reason for her character. Her character is still another flaw. Like, what's up with her? This lady is a beautiful actress. Why do you put her in a role like that? Made her look like, even the way they ended the character. I felt no remorse whatsoever. Nse is a beautiful actor, but I have seen her perform better in films. So if I say she's a good actor and I have seen her perform better in films, you should know what I mean. I'm not saying she did bad in this movie, but the whole thing is just messed up. So what? Who else? Sharon Ooja. Sharon Ooja did pretty well. I wasn't even expecting her to go this far, but she went all out for the character. It could have been better, but this is a very huge improvement from the last film I watched her in. So yeah, like thumbs up to her. When we criticize actors and we see that they have improved, no matter how little, this is not even a little improvement, it's a huge improvement. We should always remember to praise them and give them thumbs up. You criticize, they do better, give thumbs up. But Play Network, please, let me just tell you this: stop remaking movies if you know you're not gonna kill it. We have 1,000,001 stories to be told. You can make a movie, like create your own story. Let it be a classic for our children's generation. Don't ruin the old classic. Living in Bondage was great, but apart from Living in Bondage, no other remake has caught it for me. They've just been, I don't know, this is my opinion. I don't think you should keep remaking movies if you're just going to cloud the whole story with luxury and fine clothes. When it's Play Network, I know there's going to be private jets. I know the clothes are going to be extremely fancy. I know there's going to be they're going to infuse party somewhere. In this film, Ince's character, Donna, did not need to travel abroad, but she did. Links, I'm so sorry this movie is your acting debut, because it has been clouded with a lot of bad reviews and negative comments. You deserve better, trust me. I didn't really get the opportunity to see your acting skills, but I can tell you have a lot of potentials. Okay, still on the characters, Joeslyn Dumas is a beautiful actor. She's so pretty. She actually stands out in this film. Her body, her face, she's so classy. She was the classiest among the group or the gang. I wish she had more screen time. It would have been really great, but yeah. And Toke Makinwa still needs a lot of brushing up in her acting. Most of her scenes looked very fake. Like, you can tell that this person is acting. There's nothing real about, the performance I'm watching right now. So she needs to do a lot of brushing up. This is not to criticize anybody. I hope I have constructively reviewed this movie without giving out any spoiler. Have you watched the movie Glamour Girls? If you have, please comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think about this movie. Score it over 10, and I'm gonna score it over 10 right now. So without being biased, I'm going to give this film because entertainment value is 0, storytelling 0, screenplay 0, editing 0, acting 5 over 10. What else again? Cinematography, they tried. When it comes to cinematography, Play Network, they have that. We have to give it to them. Location, choice of costume. Honestly, I'm going to give it a 4 over 10. I'm so sorry if you works on this project. I'm not trying to undermine your work, but you self watch the thing now. It's a 4 over 10 for me. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Thank you.